I thought the hardest part of the trip was over. I had checked in. I had passed security. I had found my gate. All I had to do now was get on the plane. But right at the boarding gate, something happened that made my heart drop. The airport was louder now. Rolling suitcases moved across the floor. Boarding announcements echoed through the terminal. People were standing in small groups, checking their phones, sipping coffee, pretending they weren't stressed. I looked up and saw my gate number. Finally, gate B12. For the first time that day, I felt relief. I sat near the window, watching airplanes move slowly outside. The engines hummed in the distance. And for a moment, everything felt calm. Until I heard, "Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin boarding shortly. We will begin boarding shortly." Means they will start letting passengers onto the plane very soon. Suddenly, everyone stood up at once. Even people who were sitting comfortably 2 seconds earlier. It's funny how that happens in airports. Nobody wants to be first, but nobody wants to be last either. I reached into my bag for my passport and boarding pass, and for one terrifying second, I couldn't find them. My stomach dropped. I checked one pocket, then another, and that little voice in my head said, "Please don't do this right now." Then I found them, folded inside a book. I laughed quietly to myself, the kind of nervous laugh only travelers understand. The line moved slowly, and then the gate agent smiled and said, "Passport and boarding pass, please." Simple words. But in that moment, they felt official. Important. I handed them over. She scanned my boarding pass. The machine made a strange sound. Not the normal sound. A different sound. Then she looked at the screen. And looked at me. And suddenly, my chest tightened. She said, "One moment, please." And those 3 words can feel very long in an airport. "One moment, please," means something needs attention. Passengers behind me waited. I stepped to the side, trying to stay calm, trying not to imagine the worst. Missing a flight, being denied boarding, losing my seat. My mind was racing. Then she asked, "Did you change your seat?" I blinked. "No," I said. She nodded slowly. The system didn't update correctly. The system didn't update. Means the computer made a mistake. She typed quickly, faster than I could think, and every second felt longer. People kept boarding, and I stood there, wondering if the plane would leave without me. Then, finally, she smiled. "You're good to go." 4 words. But in that moment, they felt beautiful. "You're good to go." Means everything is okay now. I walked down the jet bridge holding my passport tighter than before. And suddenly, the stress melted away. Because sometimes the hardest part of travel isn't the flight. It's everything before it. So remember these gate phrases. Passport and boarding pass, please. One moment, please. Did you change your seat? You're good to go. Because understanding English at the gate can make the difference between panic and peace.